So recently, I listened to Mr. Tosin, who is the founder of Moniepoint, where he made his speech. And in that speech, he made some valid points. And one of the points was that they are struggling to find capable Nigerians to fit into certain roles. I also find the fact that he mentioned that he is a die-hard Nigeria, which means he believes in Nigeria, and I thank him very much for that. But I want to say, for him to disparage Nigeria to a certain extent, that he's beginning to think that Nigerians are not what they used to be, which means that we are living on past glory, is not actually reasonable. It's not actually good. Why? Because if Interswitch did not give him that opportunity, and that is where he met his wife, if Interswitch did not provide the training basis for him, where would he have been today? So Interswitch, like he said, standing on the shoulders of a giant, that giant was Interswitch. So I also believe Mr. Tosin should create an enabling environment for training of younger generation of people. Do you know that we are being celebrated globally? I would like you to listen to his speech, which he said, what he said, and then listen to this other speech from global people and how they think about Nigerians. And this is from different climes all over the world. Just listen to the speech from Mr. Tosin and listen to what or how people view us, those who are outside the country. Just watch.
So normally I don't even attend these events. So when he reached out, I just told my wife, I have blown. So your small Ibadan boy is now, the founder of a unicorn. So when I landed in Lagos, I fortunately got a job with Interswitch, and in Interswitch, I met my co-founder, I met my wife. I was initially a software engineer, became a product manager. I think I just briefly said I met my wife, right? Okay, so I became a product manager, but I had always had it in my mind that I was going to create something big. And initially, I thought I was going to create like a hardware company. Along the way, I realized that there's this country in this side of the world called China that's going to beat the world in hardware. So I stopped my hardware dreams and focused on software. And that's why I joined Interswitch, fortunately. And the reason why I joined Interswitch is because I felt like I needed to stand on the shoulder of a giant for you to be able to see the state of the art and then launch from there. Unfortunately, Interswitch taught me and my co-founders many of the things that we needed to learn to be able to proceed and ride from where Interswitch had taken the industry to. We employ 5,000 employees across 17 countries. And in all this, I want to tell you that ideas are free. If you have an idea in your mind right now, I think you've heard other people say it, scratch it. It's nothing. It's nothing, and it's not waiting for you. Execution is everything. The third one is, do I have the right people? It hits me to the bone when Auntie Kemi also mentioned that even Alhaji Dangote was saying that Nigeria, if you go to Moniepoint career websites, which you can go and apply if you want to, we have probably maybe 500 vacancies or so. And we are struggling to find people to fill those roles. We did not make an attempt to start hiring from Nigeria. As a matter of fact, in 2024, we made a decision that we will no longer hire from any other place than Nigeria. And we chopped the cane in 2025. We chopped the cane in 2025. Not only could we not find people at the quality and the quantity we needed them, the few people that we found were not up to the global standards of quality that we needed. And we're competing globally. You're not competing with just local players. You people know my biggest competition. You know where they are from. They are from China. I'm competing globally. I need to make sure that I have world-class people working on the organization. And here I am, looking for Nigerians that cannot meet the requirements that we need to meet to be able to compete and build world-class products. I blame quite a bit of things. I blame our education system. I used to feel like Nigerians are really, really bright, and I am honestly beginning to feel like we need to do something to prevent the general IQ of this country from going lower. I am really, really worried. I used to feel like intelligence is equally distributed around the world. But I am realizing now that environment shapes a lot of things. I am realizing that the social media that we are consuming all the time, I am realizing now that the values that are shaping our systems now, the hookup culture, the Yahoo culture, the let me just do cool things because that's what matters culture. The level that people are reasoning in this country is not as high as it used to be. And this is coming from me, that I am a die-hard Nigerian that want Nigerians to grow. We need to do something about it.
Did you know a Nigerian student once completely broke a 40-year academic record by achieving a perfect 5.0 CGPA?
People from Nigeria are more clever than English people.
This 17-year-old Nigerian student has been named the world's best in English language skills. We're dominating languages that aren't even ours.
When you think of world records, you might think of crazy athletic stunts, speed cubing, or extreme endurance. But what happens when you take that unstoppable drive and apply it to the world's toughest academic institutions? Nigeria is known for its culture, its music, and its vibrant energy. But there's another global powerhouse emerging from the giant of Africa, its mind-blowing academic prodigies. Today, we are looking at 5 extraordinary Nigerian students who didn't just pass their exams, they completely shattered world academic records, stunned Ivy League universities, and left global professors completely speechless. If you love seeing black excellence take over the world, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Trust me, you'll want to hear every single one of these stories. Let's dive in. Kicking off our list at number 5 is Aminat Yusuf. Now, anyone who has ever stepped foot into a Nigerian university knows how notoriously difficult it is to get high grades. Some lecturers even joke that an A is reserved for God. Well, Aminat clearly didn't get that memo. Studying law at Lagos State University, Aminat achieved what many deemed completely impossible, a perfect cumulative grade point average of 5.0. That means she got the highest possible grade in every single class for 4 straight years.
I think I was dedicated.
Okay.
My both parents have really made so much sacrifice. Like, education seems to be the only thing on their table. Like, other than the basic feeding, rents, it's just education.
Her historic achievement broke a 40-year academic record at the institution, earning her national praise and a massive 10 million naira reward from the state government. She proved that you don't have to leave the shores of Africa to achieve world-class perfection. Imagine moving to a foreign country, learning one of the hardest languages in the world, and then beating the native students at their own game. That is exactly what Ifeoma Amush did, who takes our number 4 spot. Hailing from Anambra State, Ifeoma traveled to China to study a Bachelor of Arts in Chinese Language and Literature at Southwest University. Not only did she adapt, but she completely dominated.
Ow. 我是国际学院19级汉语言文学专业的陈月，来自尼日利亚，很荣幸代表2023届全体来华留学毕业生发言。大家也许会奇怪，一个外国人学汉语就可以了，为什么还选择读中文系？
Out of over 9,500 graduating students, including thousands of native Chinese speakers, Ifeoma emerged as the best graduating student. She was chosen to deliver the valedictory speech on behalf of all international students, speaking flawless Mandarin. Her story went viral globally, proving that barriers like language and geography mean absolutely nothing to a determined mind. Next up at number 3, we are heading over to Europe to look at a medical prodigy, Dr. Victor Olalusai. Medical school is universally recognized as a brutal, exhausting journey. But Victor made it look like a walk in the park. Studying at the Russian National Research Medical University, Victor didn't just graduate, he scored a perfect 5.0 GPA. What makes this a world-class record is that he was recognized by the Russian Federal Ministry of Education as the best graduating medical student in the entire Russian Federation. He didn't just top his class, he topped the entire country, setting a benchmark that international and local students in Russia are still trying to catch up to today. At number 2, we have Foluwafalia Ogini. Foluwafalia took her immense talents to the United Kingdom, where she studied aerospace engineering at the University of Hertfordshire. Aerospace engineering is literally rocket science, but Foluwafalia mastered it flawlessly. She graduated with a perfect GPA of 5.0, becoming the first student in the history of the university to achieve such a feat in her department. Her genius-level understanding of complex mathematical models and engineering principles didn't just earn her a degree, it completely redefined what professors thought international students were capable of accomplishing. And finally, taking our number 1 spot is Farida Oyalola. While the others on this list shattered university records, Farida did it before she even finished high school, proving her genius on a highly competitive global stage. Farida, a student from Lagos, took the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth International Test. This is an elite, grueling exam designed to spot advanced mathematical and verbal reasoning skills in the brightest young minds across the entire globe. Farida took the 100-question test and finished it in just 44 minutes. Her scores landed her in the elite 92nd percentile for verbal reasoning and the 87th percentile for quantitative reasoning globally. She was officially designated as one of the brightest students in the world, earning her a spot among the global academic elite before even hitting adulthood.
I know some of y'all are probably thinking, wow, why are Africans so smart? And the answer is, we didn't have an option. In Africa, if you don't get an A, you get beat. Let me tell you exactly what they do in Africa, because I went to school in Africa for a little bit. So in Africa, right, they'll take one of these, a gigantic ruler. This isn't a ruler, but it's a gigantic piece of wood. And they would literally lay your fingers on a flat surface like this. Take the wood and beat your fingers until it's painful, until you can't tolerate the pain anymore. Like, literally beat your fingers. Oh, you guys thought I was done? Nah, there's more. There's more to it. Not only that, they will beat you with a wooden cane in front of the whole class. Now tell me, if you went through all of that, would you want to be smart? I'm pretty sure you would. I'm pretty sure you want to pass. So yeah, that's why we're really smart, because we didn't have an option.
Aminat, Ifeoma, Victor, Foluwafalia, and Farida. 5 different paths, 5 different countries, but the same undeniable Nigerian grit, brilliance, and excellence. They prove that no matter where you come from, with dedication and focus, you can literally rewrite world history. Which of these student stories inspired you the most?
I guess you've seen for yourself. You've deduced how people take a look at us from the outside. And how about those who see us from the inside? So I would say to Mr. Tosin, the founder of Moniepoint, just the same way you had that privilege, that opportunity, the shoulder to lean on, to stand on from Interswitch, please do same to Nigerians. Create as much as possible enabling environment. I remember when Architect Obong Victor, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, was creating an airport in Akwa Ibom State. He had to send some indigents of Akwa Ibom State out of the country to learn specific job roles abroad. And that was for him and for us training capacity, building capacity. And then these people, when they come back, they will train other persons. I understand that our educational system, like he mentioned, is having 1 or 2 issues. Our educational system is having 1 or 2 issues because our curriculum is not tailored towards this. And we are thinking beyond the box. So, you could get a foreigner over there to come in, train 1 or 2 persons to learn this, and then other people will now be learning this as a skilled, viable line. And when they learn this, others would learn it. You could even create an academy to fill these jobs, just like what Dangote is doing. He's building a world-class facility, or he has built a world-class facility. We are certainly not going to have all the people he will need. The brains will not be in Nigeria because those courses are not here. That factory of its kind is not in Nigeria. So what do? You could bring in someone to train people, take the brighter ones and train them. And then they will in turn train others. That is my opinion to Moniepoint. This is not to criticize him, to bring him down. It's just to shed light on an aspect I think he didn't see. If you found this video helpful, share it. And if you're owning a company and you think you're not finding the right hands to fill in certain roles, but you know you have brighter staff, or you have one or two bright staff that can deliver, why not train them and watch your company grow? Thank you very much. This is Jabolko Thread sharing live issues. Have a lovely moment. Cheers.